If the unseen feels more at home to you than the seen, then this space is for you. Here on Illuminate Your Truth, the spirit world is valid. I'm your host, Elena Isis. Let's dive on in. Hello and welcome. It is 2024. Oh my, can you believe it? I certainly cannot. 2023 went really fast, but I really had a fantastic year. This year for me was all about figuring out what I like to do that brings me joy, and to not keep doing the things that do not bring me joy. And I really have cut things out of my life. I really have taken a step back and just analyze where it is that I'm going, where I am now, and trying to make that gap from where I am to where I'm going, that gap, feel comfortable. Because it's in that middle, in that gap, where uncertainty lies sometimes. That gap is the unknown, but it's also the journey. And I've been reading a lot of Jewish mysticism, and it's really a lot of the teaching talks about being in the present moment, and that being in the present moment is where you find your joy, not being in the past, not being in the future, but being in the here and the now. And so I've really been experimenting with the now, because I find that I tend to go back to the past a lot in my mind. I tend to daydream, I tend to imagine, I tend to think about what it is that I want my future to look like a lot. And so, I like to multitask a lot. I like to get a lot of things done in a short amount of time. But in doing that, I'm not enjoying what I'm doing. I'm just focused on what I have to do next. So that when I accomplish what it is that I'm actually doing, I don't feel any satisfaction from that, because I wasn't even paying attention while I was doing it. And it's just like doing these things multiple times and like feeling like, oh wow, that made me feel like garbage. Just kind of helps you to try a different way. So what I'm trying to do is no multitasking, just focusing on what I'm doing, on one thing, and trying to be as present as possible. You know, I've also started to meditate more, and the type of meditation where I am allowing all of my thoughts to, I allow them to come, but I don't pay any attention to them. I just let them go. Some attach and then I go into it, but then you just bring your attention back to your breath and back to your body and back to that present moment. And in that present moment, you're able to feel joy. You're able to feel what it is. And it's like the now is really your trajectory to your future. And so it's like you really want to be tender with yourself in the present moment. And so I've just been trying to go there and like be mindful of the present moment. Be mindful of the thoughts that I'm thinking. This year last year, I really started incorporating positive affirmations. I had attempted them, prior in my spiritual work, but it never really stuck for me. And that was simply because I wasn't working hard enough on them. But this last year, I really started to get into them, and I really started to write them down and recite them daily. And I just am so grateful because I've had huge mindset shifts, and it's really difficult rewiring your brain. I was brainwashed since I was born, and so I have a lot of old beliefs that are not valid in my life, and I know that they're not. And so it's like, it's really time to rewire the brain, get more present, and find out where my joy, what brings me joy, because we're not here to suffer. We're not here to suffer. We're here to be happy. We're here to be creative. And we're here to share our creativity with the world in whatever way that looks like. So, for me, it's like, okay, you got to start trying new things. Okay, you got to start doing different things. I was finding out that whenever I would try to do the things that I used to like to do, or that did bring me income, that it ended up failing miserably, or it just didn't work out how I needed it to, or how I wanted it to. And then it just got me like thinking like, wow, why is spirit like blocking this? And it's like, oh, because I'm not supposed to be doing that anymore. I'm supposed to be doing new things that align better with where I want to be. And so just getting to that point where like, okay, I'm done doing those things. And it's not like I cut them out in a day. It takes a long time, to get into new habits, and especially new thought processes. But this year, 2024, really just hardcore incorporating positive affirmations into my daily life and allowing my mind to teeter and believe and like try to believe these new things that maybe I don't believe right now. But it's okay, because you're not going to learn everything in a day. And sometimes it takes weeks, months, years. Either way, that doesn't mean that you stop working on it. That doesn't mean that you stop reaching, striving to be better. Striving to connect with higher energy. Consider it your goal in life. I know that spirituality and raising my vibration is my top priority on this planet. It is what I am 100% passionate about, and I'm 100% passionate about experiencing more peace in this lifetime. Peace and joy and ease. Those are the three things I just really desire. And I really just want to experience them as fully as possible in this physical reality. And the only way that I can create that ease, that joyous feeling, the only way that I can do that is if I get my energetic vibration in check, if I get my thoughts in check. And, you believe, what you believe becomes your reality. And so once you get those beliefs in check and you start cleaning out that closet of the things that were pounded into you as a kid, all those patterns, all of those negative self-concepts, get them out of there. Clean out the closet. It's time. And, it's definitely not easy. It definitely takes time, energy, and effort to do, because it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of inner work. And inner work, I love inner work, but when I do it, I get lost in it, because it's just, you just get so addicted to the higher, passing these levels and just like getting where you want to go. It could be kind of addictive, but it's worth it, because you're able to connect to higher energy and to reach a higher state of consciousness, which is going to bring more peace, more ease, more joy. And so for 2024, like, that's my goal. 2024 is the year 8, so the year of abundance. Wow, like, how powerful is that? 8 symbolizes abundance. And so let's bring that abundance in. I'm really excited to see what goes on with the Azure code. That I channel the Azure codes from Atlantis. I have a video on my YouTube if you would like to receive a light code DNA activation of this light code. This is the abundance wealth frequency, and this light code is just phenomenal. I've talked about it in previous podcasts, and it's just a beautiful, balanced energy of love, abundance, and wealth. And so head on over to my YouTube, Rose Priestess Path, and go check out that video where you can receive your activation. I am a grid holder for this code, and so like I'm holding down the grid for the Azure codes and really just learning how to hold the energy in my body for as long as possible without exploding. Obviously, I'm not being serious, but it's very close to what I experience on an energetic level. So, so abundance year. Wow. So I feel like 2024 is just really wanting us to step into our most abundant life. And our most abundant life starts with how we feel and how good we feel, because that's just like the most important thing. We're here to feel joy, feel love. And so never forget that. I'm really just excited about a new start, a new beginning. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really great year for everyone. So thank you so much for tuning in. This is a short episode, but thank you for tuning in. And I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful week. All right. Bye for now.